Hello and welcome to another program of the Pet Showcase presented to you by the Sun Valley Animal Shelter in Glendale. And we have a very, very nice selection of dogs and cats to show you, which is representative of the nice animals that we have available. And I hope that every one of you take an opportunity to come down and visit with us. I'm Al Young, I'm your host, and with me is Cheryl Ann Trim, who will be discussing the dogs with us. So tell us a little bit what's going on here.
Okay, well, we're starting the program off with 2 dogs, and we actually have 8 on the program this time. So trying to get as many dogs out there as possible so we can get them adopted.
And trying to confuse me also.
You gotta confuse the host. I mean, what can I say? But anyway, we've got Pooch is right here, and she is a Dachshund mix? A Dachshund mix, I think.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she is. But anyway, this is the mom, and this is the son. This is Bo. Yeah. And he's a golden retriever mix. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what mom was doing, but clearly she doesn't have golden, so daddy must have been a golden, is what I'm thinking. But anyway, their owners passed away. So now here they are looking for their forever home. One is 6, one is 5. So they're a little more on the older side, but they're still not a senior dog yet.
Teenagers.
Yeah, teenagers, sure, we could do that. That works. But they're very, very nice. I was told that they are just add water dogs. So they're basically perfect. Just add water to them, and there you go. They're going to be really good dogs. We were told they use a doggy door. So that's kind of nice. Now, it doesn't mean if you want to adopt these 2 that they will use a doggy door immediately. You got to make sure you give them some time, give them a chance, to get used to your home. But as you can see, they're very, very nice. They're big dogs. They're about 35 pounds each. So they're a little bit larger than most of the dogs we have on the program. But look at Pooch here. She's just chilling. Yeah. She's having a good old time here, just relaxing.
She says, I'm going into retirement, so I'm going to lay down here.
So very, very nice dogs. They walk well on a leash, and they just want to find their forever home. They still got lots of life left in them, and it's kind of sad that their owner died.
But these are supposed to go together, right?
Yes, they must go together.
That's important,
that's why we're putting them on the podium at the same time. They have to go home together. They are that bonded. But it's mother-son, so he's lived with his mom all his life. Right. So come on out, ask for Pooch and Bo. Yeah,
I mentioned in the past with things like this, and that 2 dogs or 2 cats is really not that much more effort than having 1.
It's not.
It really isn't. And they have companionship, which is very important.
They have companionship right off the bat, so that's really good. Now this is a little sweetheart. This is Honey. And she came to us as a stray. She was actually abandoned with 5 puppies. Ooh. So her, hello, sweetheart. Yeah. So her puppies are in foster care, and she's here at the shelter trying to get a forever home. She is a Beagle Dachshund mix. So I guess you can kind of see the Beagle in the coloring and the size of her.
Yeah, and the snout.
I'm not sure where the Dachshund part comes in.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
Yeah, I don't either, but it doesn't matter. She's just a very unique looking dog. I like her face.
She's a designer dog, as you say.
She is. She is a designer breed. I just don't have a designer name for her.
Cheryl, she comes up with all these designer names, and
I do. It's fun.
Gets me confused, certainly.
It's fun, but she's really, really nice. She's just a little bit over a year herself, so she's basically, she was a baby having babies. Right. But just a neat dog. Now she will have maybe a little more extra energy just because she's got some Beagle. She's got some Beagle in her, and
she sees a cat and right away.
Yes, I'd probably say no cats for Honey.
That's okay, girl.
But she's really, really nice. Got lots of life left in her, has quite a bit of energy as well. So make sure you're prepared if you're going to bring a Beagle Dachshund mix home, because they do have lots of energy.
And I don't think you should have any cats. I don't think she likes them. Okay.
All right, this is Honey.
Just for those people in the audience that don't know this, the program is taped in our cattery. So you see cats all around the place, and they might even jump up here for every so often. Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God, you're gonna lick me.
You need to show your best end, Luna.
Yeah,
Come on.
Show the good
This is
end.
Luna, and she's about a year and a half. She is just a terrier mix, just a really neat dog. I love her face. She's got beautiful light brown eyes.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at this.
there,
Look
she's
that
just,
way, that's
just
it.
beautiful. She doesn't shed a lot. I mean, if I'm
Hardly,
pulling
you know,
on it,
yeah,
so
look,
she's going to shed a little bit.
She looks like she sheds like crazy, but I'm
Yeah,
pulling
but
like...
you're pulling and
I'm
not a
pulling
whole
right
lot's
here, I
coming
can't
out.
get anything out.
Yeah, so she's really, really nice. Now, she does have a lot of energy, so she needs to go
I
home
noticed
with a
that.
family that can keep up with her energy. She's
Yeah.
actually an owner surrender. And I don't know if they surrendered her for the energy, but I do know they surrendered her because I guess it was the daughter's dog and the teenage daughter's dog, and then she didn't have time for the dog.
Right.
So they gave the dog to us, and so we're very happy that we have her, but don't let her fool you. She's got a lot of energy.
Yeah,
She pulls.
Well, you can see that right here.
She pulls on the leash.
Yeah.
We have what's called a demi harness, and we can take the leash and wrap it around, and then it goes through the little loop here in her collar, and then you've got this demi harness that goes under her arms, and then that way you've got much more control over her. So
Yeah.
just an FYI.
And it doesn't choke her
No,
too
it doesn't
much.
choke her at all, but it gives you control with her. So just an FYI, if you are wanting Luna, that's a good way to walk her.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, but she's a
Luna,
good dog.
You want to get those cats, I know that. Oh, we gotta,
There goes our podium.
Our podium always gets moved around. Oh, this
Now,
is a beauty.
isn't this adorable?
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a Schnauzer.
Schnauzer with
Yeah.
long tail, but she's a Schnauzer Maltese, another designer breed, but I couldn't think of a good name for it.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and what did you say, a mole schnauz or something like that?
Something crazy like that. So anyway, she's just adorable. She will need to be professionally groomed, so keep that in mind. Keep that idea in your budget that she will need to be professionally groomed. And she's a little bit of a whiner. However, I don't know if I should say whiner, but she's a talker.
Well, she's a female, right?
So. Oh my gosh.
I'm in trouble now.
After the program, Al. But she's really, really nice. She just wants the attention, I think, is the deal with her. She was surrendered, owner surrendered.
Right.
The family lost their home and had to move someplace else, and they couldn't take the dog. How could you not take this
Oh
dog?
my God, this dog is
She's
magnificent.
almost perfect because she
Absolutely
doesn't
magnificent.
shed. She's beautiful, but she kind of has a sad look.
Yeah.
When you look at her eyes, it's like, please take me home.
Yeah, no.
So please, somebody
And
come
how
in.
old is this dog?
She is just a couple years old.
Oh, well, it's just a puppy
Yeah.
yet, yeah.
So she's still got lots of time left, and because of her mixed breed, it's a really good mixture, actually.
Yeah.
They won't shed, or she won't shed, and then I had a Schnauzer years and years ago that lived to be 14, so
Right.
they can have a pretty long life. And with her just 2 or 3 years old, she's got a lot of life left, and she just
Right.
wants to be somebody's
right.
family member. So come on out and ask for Maggie. She's just adorable.
Thank you for sharing that one. Yep, over the top. Oh, there goes
there goes the podium again.
We gotta nail this podium
Yeah.
down, I think.
Now this is a little rascal, and that's what his name should be, but his name is Munster, and I just love his face because his face half black on one side, and then somebody poked him in the
Yeah.
eye on the other.
That
He's got a
happened
big
to
old
you, huh?
bullseye around his eye. But he is a wire-hair Jack Russell, so feel him. You can tell
Oh, yeah.
he's
That
very
he's
wiry.
Yeah.
A lot of times you see Jack Russells that have the smooth hair.
Yeah,
With this
right.
one,
That's the normal he
yeah,
is,
this
yeah.
one is the wiry hair.
And what did he mix with, do you think?
I think he's all Jack Russell.
You do?
Yeah, at least on the cage card. They don't say he's mixed with anything else.
Well, is there some such a thing as a
Yeah,
wire-haired
as a
Jack
wire-haired
Russell?
Jack Russell,
Oh,
yes.
Then I learned something,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're there.
To
my
educate.
teacher, my education. yeah.
Yes. But he's really, really nice. He's about 4.5 years old. I would not recommend, if you have a chain link fence, that you have Munster with you because he likes to climb.
Oh, yeah, they can climb,
Yeah,
too.
so
I
he's
know
a
that from
climber. So he
experience,
needs to be in a backyard that has a wood fence or a brick fence because he will climb a chain link fence.
Yeah.
But his markings alone make him so unique if you take him to the dog park, just because
Right.
he's going to be the only dog that looks like that.
Yeah, you got a unique animal there.
They do, but he does take up lots of energy from you. So again, this dog would have to go with a family that's a high energy level family. You
Right.
like to jog a lot or run or whatever you do. He'd make a great pet for someone.
Right.
But he's out of puppyhood because he's about 4.5 years old. So he just needs to learn the rules at your
Right.
home.
Oh, good.
So come on out, ask for
down.
Munster.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a nice animal. So it's unique,
Yes.
actually. Now, here come another pair.
All right, here's the
All right.
last of the dogs for our
Yeah,
program today.
sure.
And you have Raisin. Oh
I
gosh,
got
I'm just
Raisin.
drawing a blank. I can't remember the name of the dogs.
Well, make one up.
Rona, thank you. Rona and Raisin. I have Raisin, you have Rona. And these are our senior dogs for the day. They are both 8 years old. They must go home together. Their human parents could no longer take care of them. They were elderly themselves, so that's how these dogs ended up with us. But they're just beautiful Chihuahuas.
Right.
And Rona, they're both 8 years old, so we don't know if they're litter mates or how they came upon both being 8 years old. I would think maybe a litter mate, but they're just wonderful dogs. And even though they're 8, they're Chihuahuas. They'll be here a long time.
Oh yeah, 8 is middle age. That's not an old dog.
No, I've adopted from our shelter an 8-year-old, and we had her an additional 6 years.
Sure.
So just really, really nice dogs. They must go home together, and they're at a real special price too. I think they're $75, and you get both dogs.
Wow.
But it's because they're older, so.
Yeah, come on in and get these dogs. I mean,
Definitely. They're just beautiful, beautiful Chihuahuas.
And like I
this
say,
one could stand to lose maybe a pound or two, but nothing bad.
Like I've always said, with these small dogs, it doesn't cost much more to
No,
keep
and you've
them.
got they have instant companionship,
they
so
do,
it
and
makes
that's a
it
big
easier.
factor.
Yes,
Big factor.
Makes it much easier to bring them home.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And that's the.
This is it.
That's the end of it, huh? Okay. Well, thank you very much, and
My pleasure.
I'll ask
Say
the
goodbye.
audience to just hang tight for about a minute or so, and we'll be back with our cat showcase.
If you want to adopt one of the animals you see right here on this program, contact the Sun Valley Animal Shelter at 623-872-7941 or visit them online at sunvalleypets.org.
If you're looking for a fun new friend,
What a day.
shelters are the best places to find one.
You don't say.
There, you'll discover healthy, happy, loving animals
Nothing but the best.
waiting to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt.
We'll always be a best of friends.
To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. Now we're going to take you into our cat showcase, as you can tell from the cat screaming there. And with me today, as she usually is Tony Bowers, who will discuss the cats. Who's this guy and
Well,
who's that?
actually, yeah, this is Zetta, Z-E-T-T-A, and she is a Siamese. She's a chocolate point Siamese. She's got gorgeous points and gorgeous markings. She's looking for a home. We're going to have 5 cats on today, and we have 3 kittens for you. I brought the kittens for you.
Thank you.
I did.
I need 3 arms.
That's right, you do. Especially because our kittens have been kind of wild and crazy
they've been
lately.
pretty wild, yeah.
But anyway, this is, like I said, Zetta, and she is a 4-year-old chocolate point Siamese. She is spayed, shots up to date, microchipped, as all our cats are, spayed or neutered. And she originally came from here way back, and she lost her home, and she has now found her way back to us. She has beautiful markings and those gorgeous Siamese eyes. The other thing about Zetta is that she is front declawed. And, you know, we talk about pointing that out all the time when we have a cat that's in here that's front declawed. She does have claws on her back feet, though, and so she does climb. She jumps and climbs.
Here, we got an interloper.
We have an interloper. Good morning.
We're talking about this cat in case everybody gets confused.
They like to come and visit. That's the advantage of having the cattery.
Right.
And this is, I believe this is Adora. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll give her some publicity.
A little calico.
Beautiful cat, yeah.
Yeah, she is. She's really sweet, and she obviously wants to play.
Oh, you're going to fall off that thing here. Wait a minute.
That's the advantage, and of course, we always get to let our cats down in the cattery here. We don't have to have Joe and Jamie and everybody come up and grab them back again.
She wanted to play with the
She does want to
toy,
play.
Yeah.
Actually, in our community room here, the cats range from 6 months on up. And so they do get a lot of time to socialize and interact with each other. We'll let Zetta go.
Yeah, now she wants to play.
And now she wants to be the next one on.
Well, you can talk about her if you have some time.
I do believe she's about 2 years old, right, Joe? Yeah. Okay. And now this is our number 2, who's got his ears back.
Yeah, he's got his ears back, not too happy.
This is a 5-year-old red and white tabby. His name is Vernon. And Vernon actually came from a hoarding situation. So we were able to get a couple cats out of that situation and bring
Right.
them in here to the shelter. He is definitely a medium to long-haired cat, so any family that's looking for him would certainly have to consider helping him out with his grooming.
Right.
But he is definitely good-sized. Again, you know, sometimes we have the petite, more petite cat, and then sometimes we have the bigger cats. And, you know, it's just a preference.
That's not important.
People
really.
preference, of course, and of course the personalities of the cats. We're going to let you go, Vernon. He is beautiful, a red and white tabby. He's been neutered, his shots are up to date, and with all of our cats that go up for adoption, they are microchipped already, and then
Right.
part of the adoption process is to register our new owners on the microchips with the new kitties.
Yeah, come over here. You're always trying to get into the
But
act.
you just
Goodbye.
want to be, she wants a home.
Yeah, she was begging for somebody to adopt
Please,
her.
somebody come get her. All right, and this is our third kitty. Her name is Xenia, like the flower.
Right.
We have a lot of Z's lately. I
Yeah,
guess
don't-
we were
you-
going
you,
through
you
the
women
alphabet.
come up with all kinds of names and stuff.
Yeah, and her, actually she was found too. And unfortunately, the family that found her tried to keep her, and it didn't work out. So they did call us, and we were able to take her in here at the shelter. She's a beautiful, I would say medium length, black and white cat. And again, she is about 2 years old. I had to stop and think for just a
Right.
second. She's 2 years old, so she's got quite a long life. She seems to be on the petite side. I mean, she's
Yeah.
bone-wise, she's big, but she's she could put on a little bit of weight.
Right.
And sometimes when they first come in, they get a little stressed out. So we like to have lots of cubby holes, lots of climbers like you see
Yeah.
behind us, so that all of our cats have a chance to get away from each other. And someday Jacob could probably point out that right in front of us, which the camera can't show, is we have a large catwalk over our windows,
Right.
which allows our cats to climb and just get away from
And look
everything.
out the window, lots of windows.
Exactly. We have lots of windows, and they can go out our little out to
Right.
our screened-in porch that has a screen cover. Now, this little darling is named Jasmine. So we did a Xenia, and now we got a Jasmine.
Okay.
We did the flower garden. So Jasmine actually came from our shelter as a kitten, and she is now 4 years old. She is beautiful. She is all white. And again, we have another cat that has a lot of hair. So we want to be sure that people that are considering any of our long-haired cats have certainly been around the cat hair, the cat dander, and have had experience so that they don't come into a lot of
Right.
allergies down the road. But all of our cats here get brushed by our volunteers. They come in and they spend lots of time petting, socializing, and brushing all of our animals so that they're continually used
Yeah, they're used to it.
used
That's right.
to it, yeah. And Jasmine has some brown markings on her and this beautiful tail.
Yeah.
And she's very acclimated to people. She's actually very sociable out here. She likes to find her place to get away and
Right.
hide. But again, she gets along with all of our cats here. So we'd love to have you come out and take a look at a lot of our cats. We've got males, females, long hair, short hair. And then we have this little cutie. This is a 7-month-old brown tabby. Her name is Roma. Hi,
Roma.
Roma.
Is she in the main room now since she's 7 months
Yes.
old? Yeah. Usually we keep them in the kitten room to 6 months, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They go to about 6 months. But as you can see, at 6 months to 7 months, they start getting a little bit bigger now. So they become a little bit too overwhelming for the kittens, which is hard to
yeah.
imagine. But they're also at an age where they can begin to acclimate in here and act a little
Right.
more sociably
Yeah.
with our cats. They don't drive them too crazy.
Right.
But again, Roma is 7 months old, and she's already been spayed, and she's just darling. She's got some growing to do, and she would love a family. I bet she would be great if you have kids. She's a good
Right.
family little kitty, and she's got a lot of time to acclimate into your household. She gets along with the other cats here in our cat room, and she's just gorgeous markings again.
Yeah, she's very nice. I don't know if this will come out, but it's sort of subtle, but she's got like tiger stripes.
She
in
does.
here.
She's got a good set of tiger
Yeah,
stripes
she's
on her.
beautiful
And she
animal.
loves you.
Yeah, I know a lot of these cats and dogs like me. I'd have a real zoo if I adopted them all.
I know. They all seem to pick you, though. I mean, they ultimately...
I think and maybe the
Hey.
clothes might get contaminated with the smell of cats and dogs, and you can't really get it out, no matter how many times
Right.
you wash it.
Well, I think they pick up some of the smell on the
here,
top of
yeah.
the podium with from the dogs. But we're going to put you down, Roma.
Yeah, but you
okay?
also filter in some
We throw a little catnip in here.
Yeah.
So here come our little kittens.
Okay, here come the kittens.
We're
I'll
going to
take
give
this off.
you
Black guy.
that. That is a little 3-month-old black little female. Her name is Faylene. These two young men are brothers, and they are Turkish van mixes.
Oh, these are the Turkish vans again.
Yes, we have.
I didn't know this one was part of the litter too.
I know.
this
See,
one
now
here.
this is where you see where the mix
Yeah,
comes in, because
right.
now we've got some tabby in here. And again, we've talked about Turkish vans before. We had a mother come in with a litter, and they have all begun to grow up. But a Turkish van usually has a lot of a white, like on this. This one is actually Nemo with more of the white. And if you hold on to him for just...
This one here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to just turn him around a little bit. This is Nemo, and you'll see that he has the coloring like we were talking
Right.
about. A Turkish van has a lot of white on the body, and then usually has some sort of coloring on the head and the tail. These guys are 6 months old. And they, oh my gosh, they get along so well with everybody.
I gotta
They're
grab
all
hold
going,
of 'em.
yay, we get to be in the community room.
These guys are pretty strong.
They are. Well, they got their nails dug
Yeah, they got
into
their
the
nails
carpet.
dug in.
So anyway, we have a kitten room, and it's full of little kittens from about 2.5, 3 months old to about 6 months old.
Right.
And in that room, they can be kittens, and they love it. So this is Nemo. And this is Nello, Nebo, N-E-B-O. I'm going to let you go, aren't I? We look like we're spastic because we can't hang on to them.
Boy.
I'll give you one. Let me do this
We're
one
not
so
good-
they can
we're
get a
not good
camera
animal
shot of
handlers,
Nebo.
are we?
I know, we're going to be fired. Anyway, this is Nebo, N-E-B-O. And he does have a lot of the tiger striping in him, which shows you again that they are mixes.
Right.
They tell us that the little Turkish vans love water,
Right.
and they're very talkative. So
Yeah,
if
a
you're
good combination,
interested,
yeah.
you might just get a really
Yeah, just
great
be sure to bring a
surprise.
pool into the house, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, it tells me that they get in sinks with
Yeah,
water.
right.
So I don't know, you might be taking a bath and have one jump in with you.
That's probably right.
But our kittens are definitely looking for homes. We'd love to have you come and spend some time. Bring your family. Our kittens are looking for lots of children to be living and growing up
see,
with. So
very-
come visit.
I think you're very convincing, Tony. Yeah, yeah. Keep that in mind, people. So we'd love to have you come down and visit with us and see the cats and the dogs too, of course, and visit the overall facilities that we have, which are absolutely excellent. I can hardly grab these two.
I know. I
Okay.
got it. Thank you again for listening.
Yeah, and that pretty well concludes our cat showcase. And
I got 'em.
while we're here, just stay tuned in for another 60 seconds or so, and we'll have the final part of our program.
If you want to adopt one of the animals you see right here on this program, contact the Sun Valley Animal Shelter at 623-872-7941 or visit them online at sunvalleypets.org.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back. for our final segment of the Pet Showcase, and we have Susan Alexander here, as she usually comes on the end of the program, to discuss some of the interesting correspondence we get from previous adopters. And put the program over to Susan, so tell us
Thank
about
you, Al. First, I want to say my dog Penny Lane that I adopted here 5 years ago is here for a visit again.
Right, she's not available
She likes
for adoption.
being on the show.
Oh, that's okay. You can bring her anytime.
And for the second show in a row, I have a cat one first.
Oh my
How about
God,
that?
we're making progress.
I know we are,
Oh,
you cat
good.
people.
Yeah, I have to stand up for them too, you know.
I know. Okay, just sending a picture of Shania on her 4th birthday, and she was adopted here as a kitten. She's doing wonderful. We saw her at PetSmart, and they said she had been there for a year, back and forth from the shelter, and that's how we adopted her. In the morning, she likes to have her teeth flossed, but with mint floss only. She lets me brush just a little bit of her teeth. I'm lucky she'll open up and chew on the rubber baby toothbrush.
That's something new.
She also likes to have hers done before I can do mine, or she won't stop asking, which means meowing. Okay.
Yeah,
In the evening, she'll come to me and tell me it's time to floss again and brush. That's around 8 p.m.
I never heard of a cat wanting to have her teeth flossed.
I know.
I mean, I've been around a long time with lots of cats.
I want to see that. I got to contact her for a video.
Oh, jeez.
She's not a lap cat yet, but she will be sooner or later. I couldn't hold her for the first few days, but then I just started picking her up for a few seconds at a time. So she's pretty used to it now. She will let me walk her around the house for at least 4 minutes at this point. Wow. Hope you enjoyed hearing about one of your old-time felines you saved, and she's doing well.
Very good.
And that's the Lewis's.
Well, that's a new one for me. And even specifies she wants mint-flavored floss.
Yes, mint-flavored.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, here we got a little doggy. Hello, I wanted to give you an update on Paisley. Her name is now Charlie, and she's doing amazing. It's only been a few days, but she's already crate trained and is almost potty trained. She is super smart and loving, learning very quickly, and is a total blessing to our family. The only one at our house that hasn't fallen completely in love with her is our cat, but that'll be okay in time. Here are a few pictures showing her at her new home.
Very good.
Okay, time for one more. We got Coco. We adopted Coco. She has been a welcome addition to our family. She's very intelligent, funny, and loves to play. Her siblings, Rufus and Sasha, have really enjoyed having her part of the family. She figured out the doggy door quickly from watching the older dogs.
Right.
Now she's gone several weeks without an accident. She has also learned her basic commands. She's very spunky and plays quite a bit with our middle dog, Sasha. They chase each other around and wrestle. What she lacks in size for wrestling, she makes up in energy and mobility.
Right.
Thanks so much for matching us up, the Grencies.
Very nice. Nice letter. Well, I think I came to the end. We don't have much more time, and so we'll probably just have to close the program, and we hope that everyone watching will take the opportunity to come down and visit us here in Glendale. We're right across the street from the Glendale Airport, so please come down. So this is Al Young, Susan Alexander saying goodbye.
With dogs and cats and puppies and kittens, all shapes and sizes, you'll be so smitten. With dogs and cats and puppies and kittens for you. There's Fluffy and Spike, Snowball and Skippy, and Scott and Precious. Don't forget Miss Kitty. With dogs and cats and puppies and kittens for you. At Sun Valley Animal Shelter, we got a friend for you. Just drive on down to our side of town. We'll make your dreams come true. At Sun Valley Animal Shelter, we got a friend for you. Just drive on down to our side of town. We'll make your dreams come true. So come on down to our side of town. We'll wag our tails for you. Get licks a bunch. Well, I got a hunch. We'll be going home with you. We'll be going home with you.